Alrighty, welcome back everybody to week 5 of Let's Talk Banter. This is Jacob.
Alec.
And Dale.
Hey, we got a special guest with us this week. Go ahead and say hi, everybody. This is Dale, our special guest. Just kidding, I hate you, Dale. CJ, introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is CJ. I'm actually Alex's roommate, so it's actually really nice to be part of the podcast, so thanks for having me on.
Now that we've excluded you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
times.
now that we've excluded you enough. I think we're going to do, if we ever have a guest on the show, we're just going to throw him straight in. CJ, what's your topic for this week? Go ahead and have one ready for us.
Alrighty, so my topic for today is superhero movies.
Okay.
What are you guys' thoughts on superhero movies?
I personally like superhero movies. My favorite superhero group is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen both the movies, loved them.
Boo.
But that's about where I draw my line. I don't really watch any other ones. So.
See, I'm more. I'm not as excited about superhero movies as I used to be, because I used to be all about, like, when Iron Man came out, I was all over it, and then like every subsequent movie up to like the second Avengers movie, I was all over it. I would totally go see them in theaters, and I own a lot of them on disc as well. And in recent times, I've pretty much fallen out of favor of them. Like, I'll still watch them. But I'm not as excited for releases anymore. Like, when I saw the trailers for Thor Ragnarok, I thought it looked cool, but I don't see myself spending whatever the $10 to go see it in theaters, just because I'm not as excited anymore.
Yeah. Dale, what's your thoughts?
I really enjoy them. I don't typically... I'd say it's probably the number one thing I end up seeing in theaters, but, you know, I'm always happy to watch them at home. Like, I still haven't even seen Spider-Man Homecoming. And
before we go into the main area of the topic, I want to ask everybody real quick: what's your favorite superhero?
Yeah, leave it down in the comments below.
Yeah. You guys want to share real quick? What's your favorite superhero?
Superhero
Mine?
movie.
Ooh.
Ooh. We'll start with superhero. We'll come back.
Okay, we'll wrap around.
We'll wrap around to movie at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
so
okay.
just superhero real quick. Just name them off. Quick round. Fast round.
Iron Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
It is definitely Batman for me.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
not even a superhero.
Hey.
This is the guy that said
That's a
Iron
dude
Man.
with a-
That's a dude with-
Mine's a dude with a suit. His is a dude with a belt.
People dudes with money.
Cool belt.
He's got
pretty cool.
toys.
You ever
yeah.
seen a Batwing? Those can kill people, dude.
Dude.
He doesn't kill though.
Iron Man
Batarang.
shoots lasers out of his arms.
Yeah, the Batarang.
Yeah, Batarang.
Yeah. I'm a Batman fan apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what did you want to go into with this?
Yeah, so how do you guys, what do you think superhero movies are now kind of a genre now, with so many that have come out?
I totally think that they're a genre at this point, like in our culture. Like when hordes of people, like, I guess maybe a subgenre, but there are definitely enough films backing it that you could fill a collection with it for sure. I don't know what defines a genre, but
I mean,
I think I would. What did you say? Go ahead, Dale.
You can just straight up... You can almost divide it into just Marvel movies as its own thing at this point. There's so many of them.
that is true. There's so many, and more on the way always.
So I think you definitely have to classify it as a subgenre because I think it all goes under the genre of action movies, and then you have the subgenres of superhero movies. You have
Sci-fi.
like sci-fi. I would put definitely under action. I would put like really dumb action movies where they just bring back a bunch of stars so they make a lot of movie, i.e. The Expendables.
Hey, I remember you, me, and Mike watched that together at his house. Was it freshman year?
I would say freshman year, and
That-
it was
in high
actually
school.
garbage. It was actual garbage.
then you
We
just
had a
have,
good
like-
time.
Oh, well, yeah,
It wasn't a
'cause
good movie, but we had a good time
We were
watching.
freshmen in high school. Everything that had guns in it was pretty cool and gave us uncomfortable
Well, but then
boners.
you're like, now it's like a subgenre that is like the Expendables and the A-Team, is what you described.
yeah, because they're really dumb action movies, but
Like,
like,
MASH.
yeah. Oh man, all the MASH viewers out there are gonna hate our podcast.
Dude.
All 6 of them.
I'll see.
That's not even a lie.
Yeah, but
Darn. Yeah.
yeah, but I would well compared to our viewer count, I mean that is quite a few. But I would definitely say that I think it's a subcategory.
I personally think it might be considered a full-on category because they are very different between the different movies. So, such as like Guardians of the Galaxy, that's more of a sci-fi kind of comedy take on it.
Mhm.
And then when you compare it to like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, those
They're
are more
gritty.
kind of gritty,
Yeah.
realistic, and it's more set in reality.
Yeah.
So I think you can
a
argue
very
kind of
good point.
either way. Yes, they are action movies, but I think since they are so big and they've had such a big effect on
And big
Are-
big box office.
and big box, yeah, they are some like highest grossing movies of all time.
Yeah.
Like, all these like the Avengers, absolutely huge. Spider-Man: Homecoming did really well too. Dale, I know you haven't seen it, but I definitely think that you should go see Spider-Man: Homecoming if you
I
haven't.
haven't seen it either, but I've heard
I'm surprised
only
it is
good
actually
things.
still in theaters.
Is it really?
Really?
I'm waiting for it to
Yeah.
not be in theaters so that I can find it online.
Yeah.
We watched it together.
Yeah, we watched it in theaters.
How'd
and
you feel about it?
I
As compared to the other Spider-Man movies
I
that have
think
come out.
that I really liked the original one.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the original trilogy with Tobey Maguire, but Tobey Maguire seemed a little old to be awkward high school Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield was way too confident to be awkward high school Spider-Man. I think that what's his name?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. I think Tom Holland's the best portrayal
Yeah.
of Spider-Man,
Mhm.
but only time will tell if it bests the original trilogy for me.
Of Tobey Maguire.
Of Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
I like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Tobey
I think it's
Maguire
good.
is an actual legend in every sense of the word.
Dude, he's in Pleasantville.
Yeah.
This
Is
is a
he?
good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the main star.
That's good.
I mean, I don't even know what that is, to be honest
He's
with
also in
That's a
was
good
it
movie.
Seabiscuit?
Seabiscuit. Sure.
Seabiscuit.
Great
you.
Gatsby.
Biscuit, wow.
Yeah.
Great Gatsby. The new
Great
Great
Gatsby,
Gatsby.
yeah.
That is bad.
Is he really?
Yeah, he played the like king across the lake or whatever.
Oh,
no.
Wait, no.
No, he played like the.
He wasn't the main character.
No, he wasn't the main.
No, that
he
was
like-
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he was the narrator for the book.
Yeah, he was the narrator. I forget his name. Was it Jay? No, because Jay Gatsby would be.
I don't
What was his
remember.
name?
Regardless,
You know
It
what?
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Simply more relevant
Moving
because
on.
he was the
I
narrator.
remember seeing that movie for an English class,
Mhm.
and I just remember going, and it was right after. Yeah, we all went
Did
together.
we go together? Yeah, I thought we did.
And we went, and I just remember leaving and going, was the entire Jay-Z and Kanye Watch the Throne album in that movie? And I looked it up, and it was like 50% of the songs were from that album.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
It's called They Paid Him a Lot of Money.
I would hope Kanye is a genius. so.
Kanye is a genius.
Lyrical genius.
Yeah, please don't anyone ever talk down on Kanye on this podcast.
Well, it's kind of like when you see celebrities that make such big moves, is it like, are they crazy or are they like actually a genius?
Yeah, so fair
Hey, man,
enough.
all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
You know.
Fair enough.
He may
But,
seem like a crazy person, but that's why he makes millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah,
These
but-
people they stand up and they pay attention to him.
You know what? True enough, because if somebody's paying attention, you're making money.
He makes good music too.
Yeah, I personally actually do like Kanye's music. I'm
I
a
like
big
his
fan
older
of
stuff more.
his
than
older
newer
stuff is a lot
but
better. I still like his newest album. I've listened to
Life
it
of
many
Pablo.
times. Life of Pablo, fantastic album.
I liked a select few,
Oh yeah,
but
I can definitely agree with that. I liked it a lot when it really came out, and I listened to it over and over again, and I slowly moved away from it. But I think it still holds up there with some of his old albums, actually,
like
in my opinion.
Graduation.
Yeah,
Speaking
yeah, good
of,
album.
Speaking of music, that new Taylor Swift song, I don't know what it's called. Like,
Look what you made me do.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
It's
It is-
actually really bad.
it makes me feel horrible listening to it because it's just it's not a good beat. The
It's-
lyrics are awful.
you know what's
It
interesting?
sounds bad.
Is I found out this semi recently. It's supposed to be a diss track for Katy Perry.
I see. My girlfriend told me.
Now
that.
maybe I don't know anything about pop culture anymore, but here's what else I didn't know: the Swish Swish Bish song by Katy Perry.
The really bad one?
It's a diss
Yeah.
track on Tay Swift.
Oh,
T
yeah?
Swift, my girl.
Hmm.
Tay Swift's not my girl.
T
I don't
Swift.
think I don't think T Swift's anyone's girl.
I don't.
Well,
I
probably
think T Swift has her fangirls
until
and
like
fanboys,
until like they meet her,
True.
and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were taller than me."
and I didn't
like,
know you were like a
significantly.
horrible person.
She's like 6'3".
Really?
Is she really?
Yeah, she's really
Yeah,
tall.
yeah, Dale. She's a good foot above you and me. Like,
Yeah.
it's not.
She's got.
It's actually quite.
Okay, she's
complicated.
5'11".
No, she's at least 6 foot.
Oh, we'll
Really?
Just round it to 6.
Yeah, we round it to 6.
Well, I mean, she's
But
probably
she's a
always
6-foot
wearing
tall woman.
heels.
That's true. There you go.
Well, quick thing. Ask any man who's 5'11". You bet your bottom dollar he's
He'll
gonna say
say
6
6
foot.
foot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People
Because
always
that
round
1
up.
inch matters.
Like I went to the doctor the other day because I had to get a physical for classes, and they were like taking my height. I don't know why I had to get a physical. Don't
That
ask
sounds
me.
weird.
Like it was weird. I think it's because we're going into schooling and they have to make sure we're like, I don't know, we're gonna be in a
Healthy.
school. So,
Whatever.
but anyway, I went in there and the lady like took my height. And she was like, "You are 5'9.5", and I was like, "Lady, round me up. What are you doing? Round me up to 5'10". Give me some street cred."
I feel like people who are short, my sister especially, and this might just be where I get this from,
Yeah.
but I feel like when short people tell you their height, they'll always be like, "I'm 5'2 3/4". like it fucking matters.
They need that, man.
I think you've just
They
been around
need
me
that.
too long.
See,
Yeah.
I feel like I think it's like kind of a personal thing because like I'm personally really short. Like I'm 5'3", 5'4" on a good day. Because I've gone into the
I didn't know you were
doctor.
that short.
Yeah, I go into the doctor and like on multiple occasions, they've been like, "Yeah, you're 5'3", and then the next time, "Oh, you're 5'4", and then back down to 5'3" the next time. So
They always tell me I'm done growing,
Yeah.
and then I always show up taller.
It's like
That's-
when I take my weight and I tell myself it's better sometimes just to make me feel better.
So I'll weigh myself and I'll say I'm wearing heavy clothes today.
I
When you're
haven't-
actually standing there naked.
Yeah, I'll be like, I got 10 pounds of clothes on. Why not?
Yeah. I haven't actually weighed myself in
I-
a long while.
It's been at least 2 years since I've actually sat down and weighed myself.
Just because wrestling just ruined it for you.
Oh god, that was because I did it like 5 times a day to like make sure I was on weight.
I think it just puts too much pressure on yourself in general.
Yeah.
Like, unless if you're actively cutting down weight and you know you're cutting down weight, I think it's too much pressure on your mental state to be like, oh god, I gained a pound overnight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
See, that's how I felt like constantly. I was like, oh god, I drank a bottle of water and now I'm a pound heavier.
That's why I just stayed with JV wrestling. Not because I was bad at wrestling,
Oh,
because I really was.
maybe
Hey,
But but
Hey, JV was the most fun.
It was a lot of
Because
fun.
there was no expectations of you.
yeah,
They were like, just go out and have fun. We
Yeah.
had the most fun on JV freshman
on junior
year.
varsity, yeah, it was the
Yeah.
best.
Well, Dale, you wrestled too freshman year, didn't you?
I did.
And how awful was it?
I actually spent a lot of the season injured. So,
Now, if you guys want to hear a funny ass story, I met Dale in person at a wrestling meet for the first time I had ever met him in person, and I didn't know it was him.
I didn't either. It was afterwards. I'm like, wait,
Because
hold on.
I
I was
was on
talking to this
deck to
mountain
wrestle.
of a man.
Because I was on deck to wrestle, and since I was in heavyweight, the next weight class is the lowest one. So Dale was up there waiting next to me.
Oh no, I wasn't.
And
I was just up there watching. I wasn't. I only wrestled once that day.
That's an even better story because it's not like Dale was supposed to be there. He was just there hanging out looking
Yeah.
at the big dudes.
That's
It's
like
like
all I
when
did all
I,
day. I wrestled once.
It's like when I met Tech 9 at work, I wasn't even supposed to be there. I stayed because I was training for a new position, and he just randomly showed up at the end of my extra training that I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be there for.
That's crazy.
Life's coincidences.
But just to clarify for everybody, the Alec and Dale were only friends on like
Yeah.
was it PlayStation 3?
PlayStation, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they first became friends
on
and talked
Black
for a while.
Ops. Yeah.
And then they actually like
we were internet lovers, and then we
Yeah.
we switched to
they just
Yeah.
sent the occasional chat message.
IRL.
IRL.
Yeah.
Well, that was back before PlayStation had like party chat too. So it was like you gotta get the games to play with your friends because if you want to talk to your friends, you have no other option.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Xbox had the party chat early.
Mm-hmm. So, what were we talking about? Movies or something?
We were talking about. We didn't talk about what our favorite superhero movie
Well,
was.
Let's loop back around real quick.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
I would like to say, I hadn't seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies in forever,
Mm-hmm.
and weird segue, but I really loved them as a kid, and I always thought to them that be like that and Iron Man were my favorite superhero movies of like all time. And I felt really bad because I was like, oh, maybe it's not going to hold up to the test of time. I actually watched it with you, Alec,
Yeah.
when we first moved into our apartment. It's still good. Like the first Spider-Man's still good.
They're
And
not as cheesy as I remember them.
Really?
See,
I remember being embarrassed when like Spider-Man 3 came out, but like, and everyone remembers that scene where he like throws his hair down. He's got like the eyeliner and he's like dancing around like a doofus.
Yeah.
But that's like the point of it is like that he's just this. He doesn't give a shit anymore. It's like it's genius.
Have you guys ever seen that video was going around on Facebook? It's that scene but without audio, and they just have Tobey Maguire's audio, and it's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever
Really?
seen, because it's just him like and like snapping off beat, and it's so bad. Oh man. But Andrew Garfield, that is Amazing Spider-Man, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he was way too attractive for the part, and he knew he was way too attractive
He was
for
too
the
comfortable.
part. Yeah.
I think he was just way too because like he was like, I'm in high school, but I don't really give a shit about this place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fuck Gwen and the
Yeah.
in the janitor's closet. I'm gonna skateboard out to school.
Yeah, and he was just way too cool for that part, I want to
He's
say.
like doing his hair
he was
and
like,
shit.
yeah, he was like almost like, it's like a skater boy almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the kid in school that you were like, I wish I was that guy because
Yeah.
that guy looks like he's a pretty cool.
Yeah,
guy.
and Peter Parker is the farthest
yeah,
thing
he's supposed
from
to
that.
be a nerd.
Yeah. So that's what did it for me. That's why I couldn't really get involved with those movies.
Well,
I enjoyed them though. I thought they were pretty good movies.
Really?
I think the action is really good.
Yeah.
Especially the contrast from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy, because the action in those, well, I mean, it got better, obviously, but, like, if you watch the original movie again, the action is pretty tacky. Like, you can tell it's pretty green screened.
Are you kidding me? The part where James Franco is a bad guy? Phenomenal.
Oh, that's in the third. That one's okay.
Yeah.
The second one, actually, doesn't have bad fight scenes. I
No,
mean,
it
they're
does
pretty
not.
No, it's
But I
pretty
think
good.
it's because Doc Ock opens the door to so much fight coordination
Yeah.
because of the forearms. Like,
Yeah.
it adds such a dynamic fight ability that you wouldn't get from just, like, Peter versus the Green Goblin.
Who played Doc Ock? Who was that? Was that?
Oh God, what is his name?
I don't think I've seen him in, like, anything.
No,
I'm
he's
gonna
got
have to Google.
Google
kind of
it.
odd name.
If they bring back, if they come Sinister Six, I want to see Benedict Cumberbatch be a Doc Ock.
But
Alfred
he's
Molina.
already Doctor Strange.
I know, but I think he'd make a good Doc Ock.
But
'Cause
he was
he's such-
also Dormammu.
dude. He's also Dormammu.
He's come to bargain.
Do you guys get that?
Is
It's
it Bargain
Alfred
or
Molina.
Barter?
Bargain.
Alfred Molina.
Oh, that's who it is?
Oh, okay. Was never going to guess that.
I wouldn't guess that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I know who the dude is, but I wouldn't have guessed that's his
Maybe
name.
Benedict Cumberbatch is too skinny to be Doc Ock.
I think so. I think you have to be a big.
But does that matter? Can you not
I
take some
feel like-
artistic liberty?
I feel like
But like we already did the whole Chris Evans, Fantastic Four, Captain America thing, and that's just we don't need another one.
okay,
of
well
those.
technically Fantastic Four isn't owned by Marvel, it's owned by Fox.
Ooh.
So
He just
Oh,
dropped
man.
the knowledge.
He
so
just has the
technically
knowledge.
it's not
Back
it's not
then?
the same universe. Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it?
it wasn't owned by Marvel.
Dude.
It was a Marvel property, but it was licensed out to Fox.
CJ came in on the right episode.
CJ did his homework. He knew what to do.
CJ always knows everything about Marvel.
Yeah.
It's
Fanatic.
funny because I didn't really care about superhero. Like I always liked Spider-Man and I liked the Batman films when they came out, but I was never like a big superhero guy until like probably like college started, and then I actually started watching a lot more superhero because all the superhero movies started coming out. I started kind of like looking at the backgrounds of all these different comic books, and I don't know. I've just found it really interesting.
I think that there's I like the idea that there's a lesson to be learned in a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, we'll finally come around to it. Favorite superhero movie?
All right, CJ, since you brought us in on the topic, you start.
Alrighty, this one is tough because I actually have two that are really close together. Iron Man was a long time
The
first
OG.
placeholder, the OG, but a very close second, if not tied with, I would say is Guardians of the Galaxy, simply because it's so different from the other movies that have come out. Like
It's cool too.
yeah,
I think Chris Pratt does a good Star-Lord too.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Chris Pratt. Okay. I want to touch before we move on to next in line. I think that the second one was hella tacky. The
Really?
second Guardians.
I
At least starting, it was like really tacky. Like
Yeah.
I think they tried like really really hard, and I really didn't like that there was like a 5-minute scene, like like the fighting scene with the baby Groot. But I might be in the minority here.
I mean,
but,
you could say the same thing for like Deadpool and the beginning when they do everything really slow motion and they show the crash going and they're flipping over and everything, and it's him sitting there talking.
I guess it's because I picture Deadpool as more of a ridiculous character.
That's true.
And like in the whole movie, I expect this to be this like ridiculous.
Oh
Outrageous.
yeah, I can get behind that actually. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and you expect this one to be funny, but also
like,
have
a
an
little more
action-y, serious twist
Yeah.
side to it.
Well, that's the thing is like when I went in and I watched the movie, I went in with a mindset. I was like, well, this is kind of the more fantastic kind of
Yeah.
silly side of Marvel that they have.
I might have just been in a bad mood too,
Yeah.
and been like, "Well, that's stupid." And
Yeah.
it started to go, and I warmed up a little bit, and I liked it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've had that happen to me many times where I'm just in a bad mood and then I go see a movie and then I have like a bad experience.
That was a stupid movie.
Yeah, exactly.
that's like my life. Everything's stupid.
Dale, what's your favorite?
I think The Dark Knight.
Ooh, good choice. Is that solely based on Heath Ledger's performance?
It's a good movie, and yeah, he really killed it.
It's a good Joker.
The next up,
Dude
Iron
did
Man's
a
also on there,
fun-
but
Dude did a phenomenal job as the Joker.
I think he was like a really really good Joker,
Mhm.
and I don't think he was as good as the numbers reflected
Mhm.
of like how well the movie did. I think the movie did better because of his passing.
Yeah.
I know that's like a dark thing to say. But
Yeah, and that's pretty unfortunate that
it is.
it had to go to that for people to really see how good of an
Well,
acting
and
job
I
it
think
was.
that people who don't like it
Mhm.
say that it only did good because he died.
Yeah,
and
which
that's-
I think is an unfair.
yeah.
Which is an unfair thing to say.
I would like to say how crazy it was for them to cast Heath Ledger. Because have you seen his earlier movies,
Mhm.
like before he did The Dark Knight?
Right, yeah.
Like 10 Things I Hate About You and A Knight's Tale.
Just
That
The
guy is a
Patriot was an
pretty
OG favorite of mine.
Oh yeah, and The Patriot.
Yeah.
Like that dude is a pretty boy, like all
Yeah.
dressed up. Like
Mhm.
that guy is not the Joker.
and he did slay. He did slay Joker.
slayed.
Yeah.
It was good.
So I wonder if it was based on his audition. I wonder if he came in and auditioned and then brought it out, because I think looking at those movies, you could never see that guy and be like,
Yeah.
"That's the Joker. He plays it perfectly."
Well, I honestly, when I first saw The Dark Knight, I had seen like A Knight's Tale and like
Uh-huh.
all those movies beforehand,
Mhm.
so I knew who Heath Ledger was.
Yeah.
But when I went and actually saw The Dark Knight, had no idea it was Heath Ledger the entire
Yeah.
movie until the credits rolled.
You wouldn't guess it.
Yeah.
That just blew my mind, like how good of an actor that guy was, because he went from something that was like not even in the same ballpark,
Right.
and then just blew it out of the water.
Yeah. Mine would have to be Guardians of the Galaxy 1. The second one, I'm a big fan of. Solely, the two things I love about that movie, number one, Chris Pratt. I have a huge man crush on Chris Pratt. I think he's a phenomenal actor. He does really well. He's a super funny guy, but he can also be really good serious roles. And then number two is the soundtrack of that movie. I love every song in the soundtrack of that movie.
Then they open with like "Hooked on a Feeling."
Yes. Yeah, by Blue Suede. No, Hooked on a Feeling's later on in the movie. The first one is Come and Get Your Love.
Okay.
Yeah. And fantastic. It's just the scene of him sitting there singing into the rat and everything is what it's what got the movie for me. I thought it was fantastic.
I think I've only
They
seen that
hooked
movie
you up in
once.
20 seconds.
Yeah, they hooked it really well. What'd you say?
I think I've only seen that movie once.
Really? It's a really good movie. It's worth another watch.
When they actually made Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn, the director, actually picked out the songs before the actual scenes, and he constructed the scenes around those songs.
That's
So
awesome.
that's why they fit so well into the movie, into the themes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we brought IMDb on us with
Yeah,
this week.
we brought movie trivia.
Yeah, CJ has movie trivia.
Maybe that's what we'll do. When we'll have CJ on, we'll just talk about movie stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
I love movie stuff. I'd be down.
I think my favorite superhero has got to be Iron Man, the original.
The movie.
I think
Yeah.
that no matter what series it is, the origin story is always my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And Iron Man's origin story is so good when he constructs the suit in the cave. And
Yeah.
dude, did you know that Tony Stark made this in a cave with nothing but rocks or something like that? That's what Jebediah
Scraps.
scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, which do you like more, the Batman Begins or the Dark Knight? Since you say the origin's always better.
I think
It's also based on timeline too, because Batman Begins came way before Dark Knight.
I don't have
I think.
good memories with Batman Begins. Not like
Does anybody have good memories with Batman Begins?
like I was
liked
pretty
it.
young. I was young enough when it came out that the Scarecrow was actually kind of scary for me. And
Mhm.
Oh, same.
I think The Dark Knight was a little more like The Dark Knight was the first movie I ever owned on Blu-ray, and I immediately went and watched it, and I couldn't get through it because I kept falling asleep. And that's insane because it's such a loud movie,
Mhm.
especially since I had those theater speakers in my basement at
Oh,
the
yeah.
time, and I don't know. I really like it, but I don't like. That's the one with Catwoman, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
No,
Or is
that's-
that-
Batman
no.
Begins.
no, Dark Knight
No,
No.
Dark Knight. No, Catwoman is in
3.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Rises.
Rises.
Mhm. Dark Knight is the one with Joker, and he has Two-Face.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I really liked Joker.
Yeah, Heath Ledger just I cannot stress enough how good he is with the Joker. Just that you just get such a twisted sense from him in that movie.
Okay, but how about this?
Okay.
Best Joker voice actor.
Mark Hamill.
I think it's gotta be Mark Hamill.
Mark
Yeah, of
Hamill.
From
course.
the animated.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Batman.
That's.
He's-
I mean, cut.
He's like, whoa.
Like, I don't know how I feel about that rendition you just did, Jacob, but we're just gonna
I
accept
thought it was really good.
It's simple.
It's
We
simple.
killed the Batman.
Fantastic. But I can definitely agree that Iron Man 1 is a really good movie. I just love Robert Downey Jr. as well. I think he does a really good job with being an asshole Tony Stark.
Well, it's like, who doesn't want to be Tony Stark?
True.
Who doesn't want to have a bunch of badass cars, wake up with hot bitches in your island house, and then be like, I'm gonna fly to Mickey D's for a fucking breakfast sausage.
Yeah.
It's like, while Pepper steams my clothes.
I just want to be Robert Downey Jr. most of all.
I just want to be rich with cool toys.
Fun Iron Man fact.
This
Because
guy.
I am IMDb, just to
This
let you
guy.
guys know.
He is not looking things up on his computer.
No,
That is
it's literally
important
him.
to
I'm
know.
looking at his screen. It's just him.
Fun fact, when they were actually setting up the movie and making it, they had put so much effort into the special effects and the designs and all the different CG things that they had to create. They actually didn't create a plot.
Oh.
The plot was very, very rough. So basically, when they brought in Robert Downey Jr. and the other lead actors, they basically improvised a lot of the scenes. So that's the thing,
So-
is a lot of the stuff that Robert Downey Jr. did in that movie was just off the cuff, and he came up with Tony Stark as his rendition.
That's hilarious. But I like to think that they did the same thing with Expendables, but they asked Sylvester Stallone to make up the plot, and he was like,
Okay.
That's like
We're getting offensive.
no, that's not offensive. That's how Sylvester Stallone sounds.
Okay, that's more of an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's got a fucked tongue, dude, alright?
Yeah, he actually has
More
paralysis
baby
in part of his
face.
lip. That's why.
Oh, he has You're
Oh,
insensitive.
now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sylvester Stallone.
CJ, I'm surprised you didn't know that. I'm disappointed.
Come to think of it,
Yeah,
Iron Man
I
1 does
didn't have
have a
that movie
pretty
trivia.
thin plot. Pretty
Yeah.
thin plot line.
I don't remember the plot. I just remember Terry Crews with an explosive shotgun and shooting down an entire building. That's all I remember from the Expendables.
Yeah, yep.
Real quick about Iron Man, though, before we move on. Isn't it weird how Rhodes lost so much weight between the first and second movie?
That was weird.
Which one's Rhodes?
He's the black
What?
guy.
Oh,
It
the
was,
guy that
yeah, it
was
was
like,
it
oh
was
no, he's not in Reading Rainbow. That's the other guy.
It was the dude from Empire.
Yeah.
What
And
is
now
his
it's-
name?
I always want to say
Terrence
Cuba
Howard?
Gooding. Yeah, it's Terrence Howard. I always want to say Cuba Gooding Jr., but it's hella not.
You're not even close.
That's insensitive.
Yeah, okay. But Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon, is it insensitive? 'Cause they're
No,
both
they
white?
are the same person.
Okay.
We talked about this before the podcast started. We have a picture pulled up of them two next to each other.
Dale, I'm gonna need you to throw this.
Yeah,
up.
throw this into the thing. But the picture of Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon, it's the same thing. Except Mark Wahlberg just got a tan. Or no, Matt Damon just got a tan and trimmed his hair, and that's him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
That's Mark Wahlberg.
And Matt Damon just seems a bit more concerned.
Yeah, Matt Damon's that nice uncle.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a cool
he like
guy.
he like goes and buys you a really nice present, and you're like, oh, thanks, Uncle Matt. And he's like, hey, don't mention it, kid. But then like in the next scene, you see him like open
Yeah.
his wallet, and he's got like $2 in there, and he's like,
He's broke, but he does it for love.
yeah, he's like, I made his day still.
Yeah, it's what matters to him.
Yeah, it's basically like what's that movie with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell? They're making a second one. It's like something Dad.
Daddy's Home. I actually
Daddy's
just
Home.
watched that the
They're
other day.
making a second one.
Yeah, they're making a second one.
Why?
Because it's Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell's dads are there too now. Eh?
Why don't they make?
Gonna watch it?
Why don't they make the cop one again? That one was good.
That one was really
The other
good.
guys.
The other guys?
The other
The other
guys?
guys, yeah.
Fantastic movie.
Dude,
Really
If
funny.
I was a lion,
yeah,
and you were
a tuna?
I'd
Yeah.
swim out in the middle of the ocean and freaking eat you.
Yeah.
And then
We
I'd bang
developed-
your tuna girlfriend.
Yeah. We develop a system of kelp apparatus.
It's such a
For
it's
breathing.
such a classic.
Yeah. Oh
It's
man.
so good. I actually in my leadership class we watched stuff about bad interviews, and she showed us a clip of Step Brothers, and I really wanted to watch Step Brothers again. So I might do that.
It's a good movie. It holds up.
I saw
I feel
part
like
of it
I
not
didn't,
too recently ago.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't get to experience it because when I watched it with like my sister and my mom,
Ooh.
and
So-
Emily had already seen it, so she
Yeah.
was like fast forwarding through the bad parts.
Oh, that's a shame.
I've still never seen you put your ball sack on my drum set.
Oh, classic.
I
Classic.
mean, I saw
thing.
everything leading up to it, but once they ran out,
Yeah.
she was like, "No, skip this."
Yeah.
You
Okay,
see a ball sack.
Also, another cool thing with those two actors, Will Ferrell and
Mark Wahlberg?
No, not Mark Wahlberg. The guy from Step Brothers.
Oh,
John C.
What
Reilly?
is his name? Yeah,
John
John
C.
C.
Reilly.
Reilly.
Good
They're
job,
actually coming out with a movie next year
Mhm.
that is Sherlock Holmes
Oh.
with those two.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, baby.
But like a comedy?
Yeah, it's gonna be a comedy version.
I like that.
And John C. Reilly's gonna be Watson, and then Will Ferrell's gonna be
Makes sense.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Workaholics are coming out with a movie too because they're done with.
Oh, really?
Workaholics,
All the guys
yeah.
from Workaholics are?
They said that they're not renewing for another season, but they're venturing off and doing their own stuff. Like Adam Devine is in not Adam Devine, that's the singer.
Adam Levine is the singer.
Oh, Adam Devine. then,
Also
I
one of
believe
my
is
man crushes.
his name. He's in a bunch of random stuff because he's in he's in Modern Family as like a longtime guest and all this stuff. But
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Alright, what do we got next, Alec?
and we have loot boxes. Well, not just loot boxes.
Yeah.
Subscription-based services.
Okay.
And are we talking about services, or are we talking about the physical?
I was
reception
talking
of-
originally when I had this idea. I was thinking about because I have 2 subscription boxes, so physical, actual things in our hands.
Mhm.
But you brought up the idea of we'll come back and we'll compare them. Actually.
Okay.
Uh,
So digital,
yeah. Well, no, we're talking about physical
Or-
first, and then we'll move on to digital.
right? But
and
we're
we'll kinda
comparing.
we'll compare.
Okay, the
But,
physical to the digital. And
yeah.
what's more worth?
But I have 2 subscription boxes. I have one called Spreza Box and one called Snack Crate, and I really like both of them. One
And how
of
much
them,
are they?
Okay, my Spreza Box is $25 a month, and that
Wow.
has it's not bad actually. It comes with a tie, socks, which I'm going into teaching, so I'm gonna need
Yeah.
these things for my attire every day. So instead of going out and buying a tie and like different socks, I just get this box and instead of having to do that for a decent amount, or like a fair price, I'm getting a bunch of stuff along with it
And then it
comes
cuts
with
out
like
the shopping. For
yeah,
you
exactly. It
and-
comes with
okay.
tie clips, comes with cufflinks and things like that. So it comes with a
So
lot
like nice dress
yeah.
accessories.
Yeah, like pocket squares, different things like that. And for like $25 a month, it just gives me that stuff. So I
Okay,
don't
what's
have
this
to-
actually
Fun
called?
thing
Oh, this is
for
kind
a
of sounds kind of
21-year-old
interesting.
man. To,
Yeah. 22 now, thank you.
oh, you're right. Oh,
Jacob, what's it called?
Thanks, dude. It's called Spreza Box. It's definitely worth it. But I have that one, and then I have another one called Snack Crate, which delivers different snacks from around the world. So each month you have a different part of the world and snacks from there, and you get to try them and everything. I just get it so I can have different snacks. I think
and how much does that one run you?
that one's around 30.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
But
How many snacks are we talking? Are we talking like
quite a
snacks
few.
for the month?
Well, there's different versions you can buy. You can get a mini version. You can get the standard version, which is what I get, and you can get like an extended version.
Because I feel like if I'm paying $30 a month, I want snacks for the month. Because I could buy $30 worth of crackers is a lot of crackers.
That's true. That's a lot of crackers. But I mean, I do it more for the experience than the actual food.
You try new things.
Yeah. But it comes with like a bag of chips from there. So like a really popular bag of chips. So like this one I came from Mexico and I got a bag of guacamole flavored Takis. But it's really good actually. And then like it comes with a few other substantial things and then quite a few like candy things and stuff like that. So so those are the 2 boxes that I get. And while people say that it can be very expensive and sometimes it's not worth it, I think it is worth it just because of the things that I get in are substantial to me.
Yeah.
And like, especially my Espresso
if
box.
you enjoy it.
Yeah,
But-
exactly. So
At what point are you gonna look at your closet and be like, I have like
Too many-
30 ties.
How long do you need
Okay.
to be subscribed to Espresso Box before it's like, okay, I don't need more ties. I've got one of every color for every single outfit I need, and then if I want a new one down the road, I'll just get a new one.
yeah, so that's the thing for me. For me, I'm weird. I have a weird obsession with ties. I already have a hanger that has like 35 ties,
Oh.
40 ties on it.
I
That's-
have one.
Absurd, and
I
I
have-
totally could
I
have
have
just given you
one
ties a while back.
Yeah, I have one for like almost. I have one for like 3 different holidays. So okay. So I'm going into teaching. So I'm going into
Right,
elementary
but, like-
teaching.
Dude, you're gonna be set
So-
for like your career already.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to. I'm already trying
You're
to
not
lead
even
up
at
to
a
that.
school.
So now leads, yeah. So,
So
now
that
leads
way-
in the question like, do you need to continue this, or do you want to at this point?
I mean, yes, right now I do want to because I'm getting cool pairs of socks that I'll use all the time. I'm getting ties that I can continually use because basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so I have like 7 dress shirts that are different colors, and then I just change the tie so that way I don't have to buy new dress shirts all the time. I just change out the ties so that way I can always have something to wear without having to go buy a bunch of different dress clothes.
That makes sense.
So,
but-
and then the ties are just kind of or the socks are kind of an add-on, and everything else is just kind of an add-on. Like, I got a $50
So
gift
you-
card a couple of months ago.
I'm looking at this. Do you
To,
get sunglasses every month?
No, I got sunglasses in my first box, so I've been doing this for about 4 months now. I got sunglasses in my first box, and I think it's kind of seasonal is how they do it. The things that come in every box are a tie, socks, a pocket square, and then a tie clip is what comes in every box, and then everything else is kind of assorted. So you can have sunglasses one week, you can have like different like cufflinks and things like that another week, and then of that sort. So my question for you guys is, do you think it can be worth it? Or
I think it can be. I
Yeah.
think it's got to be the right box for the right person.
that's true.
Because me, I would never pay for like One Up box or whatever it's called. That's like
The gaming
it's
one?
like gaming knickknacks. Like I'm big into video games, but I don't need knickknacks.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that a lot
wouldn't
with
use
loot box.
them. Yeah, loot box is like the same way.
Yeah, and so those.
So-
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Or loot crate.
My issue with those boxes and the things like that is that yeah, it can have some like really cool like gaming stuff in there, but most of it's just garbage.
Yeah,
Like
it's
most,
like who needs this One Up mushroom little stuffy plushy guy that I just put on my desk?
well, I mean, it's that, but it's mostly stuff that the thing is. When you like certain video games, like you'll probably like maybe 5 or 10 different like game series.
Uh-huh.
You won't be a fan of everything, but this is just video games.
It's so
and, like,
broad.
yeah, it's so broad that half the stuff you're getting, you're not going to care about. You're
So,
going to get like
update here. I just looked up loot crate. It does seem that they've kind of narrowed it so you can get a little more of what you're looking for, I think.
Okay, so you can kind of pick
So-
and choose.
Here's
I
my
think a little
counterpoint to
bit.
this. My counterpoint to this is, if you're already a huge fan of the series, you probably already own stuff like visual, like posters, whatever, knickknacks of that series if you care enough to buy it at all.
Yeah.
I think that say it costs $15 a month for whatever Loot Crate to ship you some of the stuff from your favorite series.
Yeah.
Then it's like, well, I just spent $15 a month on like a new poster.
Yeah.
And then the poster isn't just like some plushie or like an amiibo or something, or I could go buy an amiibo if it's gonna send me an amiibo. But
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I guess it's really how broad you want your style to be.
Yeah.
Because if you're really focusing on one or two things, I would say probably not to buy the boxes because you're just gonna get random
Or if,
crap
like-
that you don't care about.
Or if it's like the snack thing where it's like,
Yeah.
I just want snacks.
Yeah, exactly. So that way, I'd say just go and get snacks. But for me, it's about the different cultures and like seeing cool things that they have. And I will note that on the Spreza box, with every box that they send you, they also they have a little card that says what's all in there and what's it worth and what it's worth. I don't know
Oh.
if those prices are correct.
But they're trying to.
But they're trying to
say
say that
your money
They're
back.
still
you
making
spent
their
20
money.
Yeah,
Right.
they say you spent $25, but the
Might
items
be
in here are like
retail,
150.
yeah.
Well, the thing is with like subscription boxes like that, the thing is they send those out mass.
Yeah.
So the thing is, that individual tie might retail for $30,
Yeah.
but since they're sending it out on mass,
They're getting a
because-
hella deal because they're selling 1 million of them.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
thing is they don't have to charge as high. Is
Or if
because
they're making them themselves.
exactly.
Yeah,
In a factory,
exactly.
it's like what, $1 a time maybe, and
So-
they're shipping them out.
Yeah, so it's people can easily be deceived by that and say that, I mean, I'm making a profit here. I spent $25 and made $150.
I think that it's got to be like, I think the only thing that matters when you buy a box like that is your personal value of
Yeah,
the things.
exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you made $30 on the tie because you got the tie because you wanted it.
Yeah.
Not because you're intending to sell it and make
And
money.
I don't
I think-
like every tie that I get in there, but I'm probably going to wear every tie just because I just like
I bought them, damn it.
Yeah.
I think
I just
the
like the
big thing-
assortment.
Big thing here is to continually assess if it's worth your money.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're 4
So,
months in, and another 2 months, you'd be like, all right, this is like putting like what, $300? I'm calling it good. I don't think this is worth it. You know, I've got tons
Yeah.
of ties, I've got things, and this just isn't worth the money.
Yeah. It's like that BuzzFeed flow, dude. Worth it. I shamefully subscribe to this. Well, I'm not subscribed. Whoa. I meant
You
like
follow.
I'm invested. Yeah, I follow.
They're starting one in England.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I don't care enough. But that leads to the topic that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Silver hair.
Oh God.
I brought this by CJ. I haven't consulted you guys, but I wanted to talk about it. Have you guys seen the trend of women and men who dye their hair gray?
Yeah.
It's like a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
This
it's,
chick
it's
in my
called, like-
psychology class did that in one of my semesters, and it was just weird.
It's called like granny hair or something like that.
Oh, is that
it's
really
like
what it's called?
unfortunately,
That
yeah.
makes me uncomfortable.
But I think it looks not bad.
Really?
Yeah.
This
there's
looks pretty bad.
Like a lot of famous YouTubers have done it. Oh, well, I guess they've all kind of dyed their hair different colors, but I think PewDiePie did it, didn't he?
I think PewDiePie's is still silver.
Yeah, because I in that video he just did with
Yeah.
iDubbbz, it was silver in there.
But like, I don't know. Like, I think if it's done right, okay. Here's what I think.
Mhm.
Here's my thought on it. Now, I don't know enough about this to comment heavily on it. It's kind of a distract point. But I think that people with darker skin, people of different countries that aren't just like white.
Okay.
I don't want to be rude by saying that, but like people with like olive tint skin,
Okay.
like people who are Hispanic to Asian to
Mediterranean.
I think the contrast of the hair looks good because a lot of people who are like Asian or Hispanic, I think a lot of them have just dark hair in general, and so I don't know. I think it looks good. I think on the right person it looks good.
Yeah.
I think that about most like haircut and like dye jobs, like when you dye your hair.
Yeah.
I think it has to match the person because like I like red hair,
Oh,
but I don't think.
who doesn't?
Hit a soft spot there.
Yeah, so-
That came across weird.
Ooh.
If you got red hair, send a message
Yeah,
to my DMs.
hit Alec up. Yeah.
Hit up Alec. But that's the thing. Is like I don't think everyone looks good with red hair.
Mhm.
While I personally like it, I don't think everyone should
Yeah.
have red hair.
Yeah,
I
that's
do,
fair enough.
but
But Alec, you like that like bright fire truck red.
no,
That's the kind of red you like.
Heyo.
No,
Wah,
I don't
wah,
like
wah,
fake.
wah.
I don't like fake red hair.
Yeah, natural red hair.
Natural red hair is better than fake red hair. I think it's because people who have the really fake, like super bright red hair, I think that it looks like you're trying too hard. I don't know. I think it sticks out. It's kind of like the same thing with people with like lime hair,
Yeah,
where it's like you try to prove a point,
the
or
bright
like
colored hair,
yeah, I don't
the
know.
whole "I'm different" thing.
Yeah,
Were those the same people that did the raw XD thing in those?
I don't know, but like, it feels like it's almost like I'm dyeing my hair an extreme color to get your attention, and it's because I'm unloved and my family doesn't pay enough attention to me.
Oh, that was deep.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know. I think some people it's just like an expression. It's like, hey, this is me. This is what I like. This is how I'm different.
this is a real.
Yeah, this is me.
I'm exactly.
Copyright.
No, because I know I'm not in the right pitch.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But no, I mean, I don't mind it. I don't think I would personally ever do it, just because it would not look good on me at all. Having my
Well, we talked
Blonde
about
hair and
we
red
talked about
beard.
doing a bet. I think Tyler was gonna bet me. He said $50 if I dyed my beard, my eyebrows, and my hair gray, and I
Or
wore
white.
white, yeah, and I wore a Santa hat around Christmas time in the quad, and rang a bell and gave out candy, and I had to do it like twice, and he would give me $50, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
yeah,
And they never did it.
And he said, I don't want to pay you $50 because I know you'd do it.
yeah, exactly.
Why make the bet?
But if somebody wants to bet me, PayPal me $50, I'll go do it right now.
Yeah, we'll record
it's
it.
October. I'll do it right now.
Yeah,
It's just your Halloween outfit.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm Santa for Halloween.
Yeah.
But would any of you guys dye your hair a different color?
I've
Not
temporarily.
even like an extreme color.
I've temporarily
Do
done
what?
it for like Halloween and stuff.
Oh no, like
but like
no,
actually,
we're
though.
talking
like yeah, like a more
dye.
like a
Like-
more permanent.
Crazy hair day. I rolled like lime green.
No.
What is
We're not talking about like middle school.
no, we're not talking
crazy
about
hair day.
anything that has any holiday that has the word day in it.
Yeah.
We're not talking about.
No, we're
that.
talking about where they have to like bleach your hair first and then they dye it, like the real stuff.
I
I
don't know.
would go gray for the memes.
For the
Okay.
memes. See, I think it would look good with someone that has black hair though. Like you have black hair, I think it would look better.
I
And your
think-
skin complexion works with it.
I think if I went a dark gray, like a
I
like
can
a
see that.
sandy gray,
Ooh.
I think it could look not bad. I
Like-
wouldn't want to pay for it.
You're kind of like an older surfer dude.
It would. I would. I
like
would
a George
look-
Clooney kind of hair.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to be the most eligible bachelor.
You're trying to be a silver fox.
Dude, I could rock it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or they'd be like, who's that old fat guy walking around at the bars?
That's George Clooney.
Yo, George Clooney.
Oh, who wants to buy a drink for George Clooney?
Ocean's 12 is my favorite movie.
Said no one ever.
Oh, said at least one guy.
Yeah, the same guy who still watches MASH.
Dude.
I
It's
own
like, I
all
love
of
two
MASH.
things in this world.
Of
You're
course you
all
do.
of MASH?
Well,
Of
my
course
dad
you
did.
do.
Oh. Well, your dad seems like the type of guy who'd watch MASH.
He
Yeah.
was.
My dad is also the kind of guy who watches MASH.
I don't. It must be like an older guy, an older
Well,
generation thing.
I mean, that's when it came out. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's like us saying we really liked, I don't know, the TV
Survivor.
No.
Rick and Morty.
No, not Survivor.
Why not Survivor?
Because
I've
I watched
never watched
Survivor
Survivor.
when I was younger.
I totally. Survivor was like the show
really,
that the family would gather around and we'd watch the newest episode of Survivor.
can you take
Really?
a guess and guess what my family would watch together?
Um,
Price is Right.
Veggie Tales.
Oh,
Veggie
okay,
Tales.
yes, but
Yes.
but when we were older, come on, throw out a guess.
I don't know. Powerpuff Girls?
No, what?
I don't
That was on
older.
Cartoon Network.
Wait,
dude.
we-
I was not allowed to watch Cartoon
Are
Network.
we talking like primetime television?
No, like a show the whole family would gather around to watch. Throw out a guess.
Family Feud.
No.
Oh,
Dang
dude.
it.
But good show.
CSI.
Good one.
No.
I actually.
I guess Dale doesn't know my family.
I
as well as
don't.
you guys do.
I actually watched CSI with like my mom like every day when I got home from school because that's just what was on TV during
When
the
I
day.
would miss class because I was sick, I'd watch GSN all day. For those who don't know, Game Show Network.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's phenomenal. It's
It's
a
all I
great
would
channel.
watch.
I love it still.
All
But
right,
American
I'll give
Idol. American Idol is the
Okay.
is the
Okay,
show.
yeah, I can
I
definitely see
think a
your
lot of
favorite.
people. Okay, I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see that.
I was a big Simon Cowell fan.
I liked watching the auditions, but not the actual talent.
Hey, same.
I like to watch people be bad.
The guy that was like pants on the ground, pants on the ground,
Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Get him up.
he was an interesting guy.
Yeah.
There had a lot of crack addicts on the auditions.
I like watching like the clips from like YouTube of like the people that are insanely good.
Yeah.
And I like watching that for like a minute or two, and I'm like, okay, cool, next thing.
If I throw on Facebook and I'm looking through and somebody's got like an America's Got Talent audition, I'll probably watch it.
Mhm.
And then if it's like anything dancing or singing related, I'll just fucking change it.
True.
There was actually,
True.
my girlfriend actually showed me one last night. It was this girl. She was like 7 or 8.
Is it the girl with the puppet? Because I've seen it like 40 times.
She sang, but like she sounded like a full-grown woman, and this is
Really?
like a 7-8-year-old, and it was incredible. I
Wow.
was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that little Berber
See,
ate a human.
Like, I've seen those videos so many times of like the little kids that sing like 40-year-olds.
I don't
that it's
wanna
just, I'm
see-
desensitized.
I don't want to see Susan Boyles. We
Yeah.
get it, you're ugly, but you sound pretty.
Oh wow. I mean, true.
I don't even like
Yeah.
Susan Boyle. I don't think she sounds that good.
Yeah.
It's not a music I would subscribe to.
No,
but
But yeah, the shows that are still popular at my house: America's Got Talent and American Ninja Warrior. That's all they watch.
American Ninja Warrior is cool.
It is pretty cool.
I feel like it'd
Thinking
get
I
old.
watched
For the
that,
first 2 times.
I don't even know what it's called.
Me and
Gladiator
Alec-
Beast.
Ultimate Beastmaster on
Ultimate
Netflix.
Beastmaster. We sat down and watched the whole damn thing.
What
the-
is
All
that?
it was like it's American Ninja Warrior, but
Okay.
For Netflix.
for Netflix, and it's hosted by Sylvester Stallone.
Well, he runs it.
He runs it. Yeah.
The host is
Commander
Terry
Sanders.
Crews.
Yeah, the host.
Oh
is
no
Terry
way!
Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I love Terry
And,
Crews.
it
Does
was-
he do his little chest bounce thing all the time?
No, but the show was
Like
bullshit
once.
because like the course would change in between episodes, so the qualifiers would change, but everyone competed in the same ending. I was like, well, that's
What?
bullshit because
They all
this
did
one looked
different
easier than that
qualifiers?
one.
That's
Because
wow.
it wasn't like totally different, but like some of the things would be different.
Yeah.
Like one of them was like jump on a trampoline and pull a rope, and the other one was like tightrope walk across this bar that we like slathered in butter while holding a chain, and it was like, well, that's totally fucking different than jumping on a trampoline.
The show was weird because like with American Ninja Warrior, it's basically like the same thing over and over again, isn't it? For the qualifiers.
Yeah, for the qualifiers, yes, it is.
But for these rounds, basically for like each episode, they had like the same course, but they had like 10 different like obstacles. But
And they'd
each show would
intersperse
only
them,
have
yeah.
like 7. So they'd switch in like a few like every single time.
And some of them looked way more difficult than others.
So wait, this is called Ultimate Beast Mode?
Beastmaster,
Can they do that? Ultimate Ninja Warrior? And
I guess.
Hey,
It's
no
a
one's-
that's
Netflix original.
that's like watching Doctor Who and then Netflix makes a show that's like called Physician Wen. It's the same. You can't just do that.
You sure can.
It's actually about a young Chinese doctor from
Who time travels with a walk.
You guys
Like,
seen the good house, the good doctor?
The Good Doctor? I think Hannah's watching that one. Is that about the
It's
doctor
like
with
the
autism?
little boy. Yeah, the little boy with autism.
Yeah. She
He's
said
a
it's
doctor?
really good.
I don't think he's supposed to be a little boy because
he's like he's
he's-
supposed to be in his 20s.
he's the guy who is Charlie from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with the new one
Oh, really?
Johnny Depp.
with Johnny Depp. Yeah,
He's like grown up now?
Yeah.
but he looks the fucking same, and that's the most crazy thing. I actually just put it together that that's who it was, but I just kept seeing him and going, "Who is that?
Yeah.
And why do I know who that is?"
That's funny.
I
That's
would
funny
say that
it
is
looks the
perfect
same.
casting that they made Charlie from the Chocolate Factory autistic.
Oh
No, that's me.
Aw, come on, man.
Oh, but we were all.
Aw.
I'm nothing against autism. No, nothing against that. I'm just saying like
Everything against Sylvester Stallone.
everything against Sylvester.
Wow, dude.
No love for Sylvester Stallone from me.
Stallone. Oh.
Oh man.
And if you would also like to hate on celebrities, post it down in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put your favorite celebrity to hate on down in the comments, please.
Mine is Owen Wilson.
Mine's still Owen Wilson.
Wow, I love Owen Wilson.
You know what? When we were watching the thing about the interviews, we watched the new one, whatever the new one was, with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, and whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
There was some movie that they came out with together, and it was like they're trying
They
to
do
get
a bunch
job.
of movies together.
It was like the new
Oh
one.
wait,
though.
they're trying to get a job.
The internship?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it
yeah.
is just
Where they
called
work at Google.
the internship.
Yeah.
So like, we were watching that, and they were doing this bit where they were really obnoxious, and I was like, I think it's just them.
Yeah.
Because they're both incredibly obnoxious people.
I mean, hey, I got nothing. I got nothing against them.
Dude, I would slap Vince Vaughn right
I
in
don't
the
know what your
face.
thing with Vince Vaughn is.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have to do with Vince Vaughn.
I don't like Family Guy, but Family Guy has a perfect quote to represent Vince Vaughn. It's like here's every Vince Vaughn movie I've ever made. Oh, I'm incapable of loving someone else. Oh wait, no, I'm not. The end.
Yes.
It's pretty
Yeah.
accurate.
That's about right. Yeah.
I hate Vince Vaughn, except for Dodgeball.
Good movie.
Good movie.
Good movie.
But it's not fair, because Vince Vaughn doesn't make the movie. It's everything else.
It's
That's
Ben
That's true.
Stiller.
It's been, yeah.
Ben Stiller does make that.
It's pretty.
But
pretty
yeah,
just.
Vince Vaughn does not make that movie because Vince Vaughn has like the actual serious part in that movie.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's always the same part? He played Santa Claus in a movie, and it was still the same Vince Vaughn performance. From Dodgeball to Santa. He was the same person.
I feel like Vince Vaughn is the worst actor because he's only playing himself.
I think that he
Maybe
needs
that
to
makes
shut
him the
hell
best
up.
actor because he's really good at playing himself.
But it's in every movie, in every situation.
They're like, Vince, show
Calls
me
for
sad. And
Vince.
Vince, show me sad. And he's like, well, I guess I'm sad. They're like, Vince, excited. And he goes, well, that's pretty great. Good job, Vince. Go get
Now do a
yourself
movie with Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow. Is that, who's in the Benchwarmers? Is that Vince Vaughn?
No.
Benchwarmers
It's
is.
Napoleon Dynamite.
God, what is his name?
And
Napoleon Dynamite.
the dude who's always, well, the dude who plays Napoleon Dynamite, the dude
Really?
who's always in movies with Adam Sandler
It's David Spade
and
David Spade. Okay, because I thought it was Owen
And,
Wilson, but it's David
Rob
Spade 'cause
Schneider.
they're like the same person.
Rob Schneider. that's
Rob
what it is.
Schneider.
It's Rob Schneider, Owen Wilson. Oh no, not Owen Wilson. That dude.
John
and
Heder.
Napoleon
John
Dynamite.
Heater.
John Heater.
Okay.
Napoleon Dynamite.
So for a second, we're gonna talk about how Owen Wilson and David Spade. I always get confused. Also,
Okay, why?
I have no idea. They don't look alike.
They really don't.
They don't look that alike.
No, they're
And David Spade always got really long hair.
I have no idea how I get them confused. But I watched Grown Ups the other day. Regrettable decision.
Okay, yeah. Don't do
But,
that.
but I watched and I was like, Owen Wilson's really he has a weird part in this movie, and I was like, wait a minute, that's David Spade, and I was like, why do I get them confused?
I don't know. Because I could see Owen Wilson from like a mile away, just from that honker.
Well, yeah, because it's his nose.
Well, from a profile shot, I can see him from a mile away.
All right, so we talked about favorite superhero movie. We have how many? 3 more minutes.
So, yeah.
Okay. Favorite TV show that is on right now.
Well, can we just fast forward a month and I can say The Walking Dead?
Yeah. Wait. What?
okay. Well, let's say Walking Dead, yes, because it's still airing.
technically
it's still
on.
running.
Yeah.
I
Technically,
guess.
we're halfway
So
through the
currently
season,
running TV show.
right?
Walking Dead. What?
Are we technically halfway through the season?
What?
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
Season finale's in February. Season picks up in October.
Oh, okay. So we're on season 8 now.
You're thinking Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And they always divide it up into 8s. I'm not sure which half we're on.
Well, the half that starts in October is always the first half.
Oh, I have not picked
For
up on
me, it is Stranger Things. It's starting
Season
back up
2?
here too. Yeah, it's starting back up here.
I need to watch it.
You do need to. Have you not watched the first season yet?
I've been busy as hell.
I've watched the first 4 episodes. I think it's okay.
Of Stranger Things?
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good.
I feel like I need to really like invest myself
You have to.
because I really don't like sit down and watch a whole lot of TV shows. Just occasionally. Like if I sit down and I watch a TV show, I watch it like all the way through.
Except for American Dad.
Except for no, I watch it all the way
Yeah,
through.
like 8 times. You
Yeah.
watch that show religiously.
I haven't watched anything new.
Thank God.
I haven't watched it in like a year.
But yeah, it's a little spoopy. It's a little spoopy.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Oh. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Hannah's watching American Horror Story right now. I do not like that show. I cannot
My
get into
mom's
it.
watching that.
It's a good show.
It's not the fact that it's scary. It's the fact that it's like has really gory like sex scenes, and it makes me real uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
Like
Have you kept up with the newest stuff, Alec?
Of what?
American Horror Story.
the new season.
No.
Oh, she says it's the best one she's
I
seen.
saw up to the Coven.
That's as far as I got, and then I just kind of stopped watching.
I think we watched together.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Dale, are you Walking Dead as well?
Walking Dead, but Game of Thrones as well. Even though it's a month
Game
past
of
now.
Thrones is. I'm not gonna watch
See,
it. I
you
can't
guys haven't seen Game of. You guys like watched the first episode.
Yeah, I mean I've seen
watched
the first
couple,
season, but
and
it's
then
just
I'm not gonna.
I just can't get into it.
I actually like I've been watching it with my girlfriend. We just started like about a month ago, and it's kind of sad because like the last season comes out like what 2019 is that when it's scheduled to come
It's
out?
supposed to come out next year as of right now.
As of right now, so hopefully. But yeah, like I just now started it like a month ago. We're on like season 4, almost season 5, and I actually really enjoy it. I just could never watch it before because I never had HBO. So
I just can't get into it.
Yeah. If you guys have any suggestions for shows we should watch, please post them down below. I'm always looking for new shows.
So
yeah.
my to finish this off, my favorite TV show.
I thought you were
is,
sorry.
oh, it's not Game of Thrones. Well, it is a good show. My personal favorite is Rick and Morty.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, it looks like we're not going to be seeing another season for another couple of years. So.
Yeah, which is
What
a little
happened?
unfortunate.
What
Well,
did I
if you
miss?
watch did you watch the last episode?
I haven't watched the newest episode yet.
At the end of it, Mr. Poopy Butthole's all about the next time you see me, I'm gonna have like a grandkid and a big long beard and all this. And I'm like, oh man, see you in a couple of years, PBH.
Mr. PBH, no.
He got married. You guys
He got married?
You didn't see. He got married and
dude,
had a kid.
spoiler!
No! Spoiler! Oh, Mr. PBH.
All right, guys. Well, it looks like that's all the time we have this week. If you like what we're doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more, if you liked this episode, hit the like button. Feel free to comment down below what we have. Favorite superhero, favorite superhero movie, anything you're subscribed to for loot boxes, and hopefully us too.
Heyo.
And any suggestions you have of what we should talk about next week.
Yeah, I'll send you just a loot box of like clippings of my hair and stuff. So
Yeah, if you want clippings of Jacob's hair, let us know.
yeah, I'll send them out.
Which upstairs or downstairs?
Hey,
It's called a coot box.
Depends on how much you pay.
Hey, anything can be bought with a price here on Let's Talk Banter.
Yeah.
And this is for this week, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys later.